June 20th, 2012. Believe it or not, the very first video I made for YouTube was a Minecraft Let's Play. I was 12 at the time and absolutely loved Minecraft. But what I loved more than playing the game was watching other people play it. YouTubers like the Yogscast, Captain Sparkles, and Tobuscus took up entire weekends, and it became a childhood dream of mine to be like them someday. Of course, I was only a kid and didn't know anything about making videos, nor did I have the money for any kind of recording equipment. Despite all this, I still wanted to try something, anything that could get me closer to being like them. And so I took my family's iPad and used it to record my computer screen. It was really janky since I had to prop up the iPad and wrap my arms around it while also making sure not to knock it over. Once that was done, I used Windows Movie Maker to edit my videos before publishing what would become my very first YouTube video. Thankfully, I found out about screen capture pretty quickly afterwards, which made my Let's Plays much more bearable not only to watch, but definitely to play. I genuinely found it super fun to make videos, and I even wrote my brother into it. I remember that we would play for hours on end while pretending we were famous YouTubers. Unfortunately, time has its way of changing people, and I slowly grew out of Minecraft to move towards other interests of mine. And as this happened, so did my interest in making Minecraft videos. It wasn't until 2 years later that I revisited my channel. I was just starting high school at the time and got hooked watching people play covers to a bunch of different songs. And as someone who had learned how to play the piano since a kid and had started learning the clarinet in middle school, I decided to try my hand at covering songs. Similar to me using my family's iPad for my first Minecraft video, I pulled out my parents' old camcorder, found a couple of covers online that I thought I could learn, and started covering them. While this was fun, I was definitely not good enough compared to the people I was watching. And with schoolwork getting harder along with my extracurriculars like band taking up more and more of my time, I decided to stop. I told myself that I had to focus my time on things like sports, like band, and, of course, my grades. And so, once again, I stopped posting on YouTube. August 12th, 2018. That was the time I started my first day as a college student. What happened was honestly pretty spontaneous. I had heard that Rice O Week was going to be a very special time, and as such, wanted to record a memory of it. So with that same camcorder I used 4 years ago, I decided to vlog my trip and my experience. It was only supposed to be a one-time thing, to capture a fleeting moment in my life with no intention of sharing it to the world. But it was actually my O Week group that had convinced me to upload it to YouTube so that they could all keep and reminisce on O Week. And so I did just that. But for some inexplicable reason, people started knowing about the vlog, and I saw views on my videos increase day by day, from 10 to 20, then 20 to 100, 100 to 1,000. Funnily enough, it was the video that I had never intended to share that made me think about the dream I had as a kid. To be a YouTuber, like the Yogscast or Captain Sparkles. And as I started my first year at Rice, one of my goals was to really learn how to make videos. From scripting to filming to editing, I wanted to actually give it a wholehearted shot. Making vlogs wasn't exactly a passion of mine at the beginning. More of a desire to reach my younger self and prove that I could become like my favorite YouTubers of the past. It didn't go exactly as planned, however. Compared to some YouTubers that I've watched in the day, my videos were by no means comparable in quality. That, along with the fact that I had to adjust to a completely new setting, making new friends, keeping up with classes, I felt like what I did just wasn't worth the effort. Making actually good videos were a lot harder than I had thought, and my videos, while they were getting better, were definitely not something that I would proudly showcase to anyone despite still spending a lot of time trying to make them. It was small, but it was growing. This feeling that being a creator was just not for me, that it wasn't worth the time and effort I was putting in. And this is where the story could have ended again. I woke up one day to a bunch of notifications from YouTube. And as I read them, I actually started becoming a little emotional. However insignificant it may seem, seeing all of these encouraging comments really helped motivate me to just keep at it. The comments only continued to increase, and more people seemed to find my videos helpful for their own journeys in school. Reading about how people appreciated the videos that I created made me think of how I felt towards the YouTubers that I used to watch. It was the first time where I felt like the work that I put into these videos were actually amounting to something. And that feeling was what made me want to get better, to be someone that can continue to help people in any way possible. And so, as my first year at Rice passed, I've finally found my stride. Making videos started becoming an interesting hobby of mine. And this was also around the time when I got into watching short films. I remember there was this one channel called Wang that really inspired me, and seeing the short films made me want to make one too. We learned everything we could, from scripting, character designing, scheduling, filming, post-production. It was a lot to take in, and we were very new to the scene. I remember spending countless nights talking about what kind of story we wanted to tell, eventually settling on a story based off of our past relationships and combining it in a college-like setting since, we were all in college. In total, it took us hundreds of hours over months and months to plan, script, film, and edit everything. Things could have been smoother, and the story, it could have been better. But we all learned so much about filming and storytelling, and most important of all, had a lot of fun in the process. Throughout all of this, I also found a passion for cinematography and worked on some cinematic videos of Houston and later of Rice. These videos, including the short film, were the biggest projects I've ever done on YouTube and took the longest out of everything else. But because of that, I'm really proud of them, and they'll be works that I'll cherish for the rest of my life. Unfortunately, as I'm sure everyone is aware, our lives were soon changed.
A deadly and contagious virus from China.
Contagious coronavirus.
Deadly coronavirus has now reached the United States.
At first, it didn't seem like much, like it was something that would go away in a week. Then we said it would go away in a month, 2 months, 3, and when the next semester approached, we were told that it would entirely be online. COVID-19 brought about so many hardships and uncertainties to millions of people. But to be totally honest, the pandemic only really affected me in the sense that I had to do everything at home. I was lucky enough to not know anyone close to me get COVID, nor was my family in any economic crisis from it. And with that, I had the opportunity to make more videos since there was just more time on my hands. I used that time to reflect on myself and on what it was like working from home. In a way, the pandemic helped me contemplate on who I was as a person. But I know that it has been a painful couple of years for many people, and I don't want to discount it just because my life hasn't been hit as hard by it. Thankfully though, we seem to be finally nearing the end. School this year, while started off rocky, had become relatively normal again. I'm a little disappointed that I didn't have nearly enough time to make more videos during my last semester here at Rice. But luckily, there are people here to pick up my slack. When I first started making videos about Rice, I was really the only one. But as time passed, I saw more and more channels talk about Rice, which makes me really happy. I'm good friends with some of them actually, and they're just wonderful people. So even when I'm gone, I know you'll all be in great hands. But with all that being said, it was the support of you guys that made this possible. It was reading all of your comments and questions that made me proud of what I was doing and happy that I could help tens of thousands of people. I've met so many students on campus that have said that they were thankful for my videos, and I can't begin to describe how honored I feel to even be a little part of so many people's lives. To everyone who has supported my channel, whether that be from subscribing, liking, commenting, watching, or anything in between, thank you. I also want to give a huge thanks to my parents for supporting me while I was at college, not just for supporting me in my academics and always being open for emotional support, but also for supporting me with this channel. Whenever I uploaded, my dad would always text me how he liked the video and gave his own personal tidbits and advice. Thank you, Mom and Dad, for everything, and I hope that I can repay it all very, very soon. Of course, I can't end this video without thanking all of my friends who have helped me make it to where I am today. If there's anything from college that I would take away, it's that the friends and relationships you make are the true prizes in life. Whenever I felt the pressure of academics weighing on me, people were there to release it. Whenever I felt down in life, people were there to lift me up. Whenever I had an accomplishment, people were there to celebrate. And for all of that, I just want to say thank you. So where's this channel going? Well, with my graduation from Rice, I will no longer be a college student. Instead, I'll be starting a new journey in Seattle to work as a software engineer for Amazon. As such, this is going to be the end of my Rice-related content, and I'm honestly not sure what my channel will be about next. It may be a month, 2 months, a year, maybe even more. It might even take another random event or breakthrough for me to find my next goals and projects for this channel. I don't want to say goodbye, but I will be taking a break, at least initially. And if you've watched this far, then I just want to say again, thank you. Thank you for supporting me, this channel, and allowing me to be proud of the things I've made. Proud of being able to accomplish that childhood dream of mine.